Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2023 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last half of December, the last 2 weeks of this year, and this reading is for the fire sign of Aries. Welcome. I hope everyone's doing well as we continue to move through the remainder of the holiday season and the year. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. Thanks for taking the time to watch these videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. Please hit that like button. Those of you who comment, who reach out for personal readings, who refer and recommend, always, always, always my thanks and gratitude to you. So Aries, if your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign is in Aries, if you're cross-watching for an Aries, this video is for you. It's a general reading, so of course it may resonate a little differently for everyone in the little details and specifics, but the fundamental energy remains the same. If you know any of your other signs, watch those videos as well for additional insight. If you feel something really hits home with you, it really resonates, you'd like to take a deeper look, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, personal readings make great gifts. They're personal, they're lovely, they're easy to give, and we are in like the biggest gift giving season of the year, so something to think about. If you're interested in any of that, you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that email address, that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you the same day with all the relevant information. I offer a pretty wide variety of reading choices in all areas of life of all different types and lengths and styles and budgets. There's something in there for everyone. And I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling of personal readings. And also particularly popular right now are the 6 and 12 month overviews I do, which give you a look ahead in all main areas of life for the next 6 and 12 months, which you can order any time of the year, but a lot of people like to do it in the last part of the year as we are, of course, transitioning into a new year. So something to think about. All right, let's move right into this reading for you, Aries. Last half of December 2023. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. And we begin with the Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirits, best friends, partnerships, great unions, great matches. It might be romantic for some of you. It might be something else for others of you. Could just be a best friend, kindred spirit. Not that that's great in today's, but whether it's romantic or not may vary. With that Two of Cups, we have the Eight of Coins, the work card, nose to the grindstone, building something long-lasting and stable. Coins or pentacles is governed by the element of earth, and so this is about kind of the more practical aspects of life, even in relationships. This is the area of life that governs everything that we have in our life, financial, physical, emotional, that makes us feel stable and secure and safe, and the efforts we put into acquiring and maintaining those things. So the Eight of Coins is somebody who's working very diligently, very hard, paying attention to everything, because he's working on building up a stable future for himself. I mean, the Eight of Coins is trying to become the 10 of Coins, which is where you don't have to worry about the future so much, because that's long-term stability and security, but it does require the long, slow accumulation of what goes into building that up, and the Eight of Coins is the perfect representation of that. For some of you, this may represent the amount of work put into a relationship or that a relationship requires. It could be being in business or working with a partner. Ooh. Next, we have the Nine of Swords, my least favorite tarot card, because it represents an unnecessary level of stress, anxiety, worry, fear about an unknown future. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? This is overthinking it, thinking about it obsessively, too much, and almost always with the worst possible negative outcome. It's like envisioning all the ways that something can go wrong. Your fears, especially your deep fears, hijacking your rational mind. With the Six of Coins, gift giving and gift receiving, paying attention to the balance of resources. There's a fear here. Perhaps if I invest in something, if you invest in the work in something, and invest can mean financially, materially, the work. If this is about a relationship itself, it's worrying, is this, perhaps you've had negative, painful experiences in the past, and even though someone is showing up as a great partner, a great mate, a great choice, you may be afraid that it's going to cost too much. It may be afraid that, you could give of yourself and lose again. It may be that you're worried. It may be in a relationship of some kind that you might be worried that what you're giving, maybe you don't really want to give all that much more, but maybe what you're giving isn't enough. Maybe the other side is going to go elsewhere. It can be a variety of things. It's fear of an unknown future in regards to giving and receiving. Next, we have the Ten of Wands. So tens represent cycle completion. So that's the positive aspect of this card. The challenging aspect is it represents feeling like you're at the end of your rope. I mean, something has to give. This is a card of feeling overwhelmed by something. With the Lovers. For many of you, this is relationship centered. I mean, the Lovers represents a relationship at a crossroads, at a fork in the road. So there's a choice that needs to be made, which is going to significantly impact the everyone involved, right? Now, the decision might be about the relationship itself. Do we continue forward together? And if so, how do we do that? Are there changes we need to make? Is it time for us to go our separate ways? It's obviously a very connected relationship with the Two of Cups on the Lovers here. Strong karmic connection. Is it a three-party relationship for some of you, and there's actually a choice between two other people? Now, the choice or the option might be in another area of life completely, like, work, business, moving, I mean, anything like that. But again, it's going to significantly impact the relationship, and it feels like you're overwhelmed by the choice. It feels like you're stuck, and I think we've looked at this for you multiple times before, Aries, at least a certain group of you, Aries. It feels like you're stuck in a place where things can't remain the same forever, even though you may have wanted them to because it only required a certain amount from you. This feels like something either is struggling to move forward or to leave entirely. Particularly in regards to a relationship. And it feels like you're stuck in between this place where you don't want to lose this relationship, but you're also very afraid of investing in anything more moving forward. Typically, that's usually because of pain from our past, right? Maybe a situation that, didn't work out in the past and we're really afraid of it happening again. So, yeah. From the bottom of the... What did I say? From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Two of Swords, stuck. If I lower the swords of my intellect and reasoning, or if I just lower the swords and take the blindfold off, then I'll have to look at something, acknowledge it, and make a decision one way or the other. You're stuck. Stuck, stuck, stuck. Like, there's a lot of fear. There's a tremendous amount of fear here. If I give more, if I invest, if we go further... What if I lose everything? Maybe you did in the past and you don't want that to repeat itself, of course. So there's a fear of that. But if I don't, then this person, this situation will leave and you're afraid of that. So you're like, God. Now, for some of you, you can read this as the other person in the relationship, right? I read first and foremost for what's incoming. But for some of you, you might be on the other side of this story. Let's take a look at the Two of Swords. Judgment and the Four of Wands. So what are you stuck at? Judgment is like the Lovers. You're at a fork in the road. Spirit is presenting you with an opportunity. I think one way or the other, your life will change. But how it changes is going to be based on this pretty significant decision you make. So choose carefully because you're accountable. We're accountable for our decisions and choices. Even the choice to not act in any way is an action as well. And the Four of Wands, happy home, celebrations. It's one of the traditional wedding cards. Some of you, this is moving forward, like maybe... moving in together, getting married for the emotional aspects of the relationship. Lots of fear about that. If you do and if you don't. Some of you, all of this fear, it may not be that there's anything wrong with the relationship. It may be, about the home. Maybe it's about the house itself. Maybe it's about investing. Maybe it's about borrowing enough, mortgaging, to get into your first home. Lots of fear and anxiety here. You guys want to do that. It could be also any issues around, the house itself, mortgages, property, rentals, all that kind of stuff. Let's take a look at the Two of Cups and the Eight of Coins. Again, in general readings, those are sometimes the little details and specifics that vary, but the fundamental energy remains the same here. There's a tremendous fear of an unknown future about how something's going to work out or not work out well if you invest in something to move forward. I mean, that's the theme of this reading. Yeah, basically. I mean, we have the Ten of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. This is all about, do I make a new start? Do we start off on a brand new path? You know, lay the foundation for that, the groundwork for that, moving forward to have a hopeful, positive, optimistic, you know, outlook on our future? Or do I surrender to the painful realization that something needs to end? With that Eight of Coins work card, we have the Eight of Coins again, Eight of Pentacles, same thing. The Knight of Swords and the Two of Cups again. Work in regards to this relationship. It's an investment. I mean, the Eight of Pentacles, whether it's work, job, money, it's an investment of yourself. It's an investment of time, of resources, of effort. Again, this is just a kind of caught between making a decision that really commits you to a path moving forward. It commits you to something further, a deeper level of accountability and responsibility and commitment, whether it's about the relationship itself, whether it's about, you know, the house itself or a property, you know, something around home, family, together, marriage, all of that kind of stuff. Let's take a look at the fears here in the Nine of Swords and the Six of Coins. Yeah, the Devil and the Six of Pentacles again, which is the same as the Six of Coins, the Devil and the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who is afraid that everything that they've worked for is going to be taken away from them, that's a fear, a deep fear. And it feels like this comes from something before. I mean, again, it may be for, if this is about a financial investment, you know, maybe you invested before and you lost your shirt, right? You just lost everything, and it was so difficult and so hard and so painful, and it took such a long time or a major investment of effort to recover from that. And there's an opportunity in front of you. It looks like a beautiful opportunity. It's a great match, right? But you're afraid of the past happening again, like obsessively afraid of it. If it's about the relationship again, maybe you had what you thought was a happy life before and it crashed, or you had a marriage and then you got divorced or something like that. There's this perpetual fear that you're going to lose everything that you've worked for. Finances and material issues might be involved as well. Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant. The Hierophant, it's another marriage card too. It's a card that speaks of investment, of long-term stability and security, of following a path that many people do. Again, it's that choice kind of stuck. Ten of Wands and the Lovers. It's just kind of the same repeating theme. The Ten of Wands clarified by the Lovers again. The World and the Seven of Pentacles, taking a look at what you have invested and asking yourself, do I want to move to the next level? Because the World is the last card in the last major arcana card in the tarot, and it's about graduation and moving on and moving up, but it can also represent walking away from something because it's done. There's a final ending. So one can read this two ways, which is really what this reading is about, choosing. This is about taking a look at what you have to gain, taking a look at what you have to lose with either decision that you make. Okay, let's ask for some advice and guidance from Spirit. The Emperor. This is your sign. I mean, the sign of Aries is attached to the Emperor. This is, you know, Spirit saying it's time to level up here in all areas of your life. It's time to level up and be the Emperor. The Emperor does the good, the right, the just thing. He makes decisions for the greater good. Next, we have the Ten of Cups. This is about stepping up and doing what's best for home, family, bringing everything together. This is also a traditional, you have both the traditional happy home and wedding cards. Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. It's actually right in front of you. You worry so much about losing, about being in the beggar position again. But you're standing, it's right there. I mean, they're standing out in front of the thing that would give them everything they need, but they're only focusing on what they don't have or what could go wrong, when that long-term security and stability is right there in front of you. Two of Wands, the Fool, the Seven of Wands. This is about making a decision to take a risk, to take a leap of faith so that you can hold on to something. In most people, when they get stuck in an arena that they don't know what to do, they feel pulled in two directions and they're kind of caught in the middle and they're not sure what to do. A lot of people will choose to do nothing. And I think perhaps that's what you have been doing, but I don't think you can do that anymore. This feels like one of those situations where if you don't make the choice, the other side of this is going to leave, or the other person is going to leave, because things are meant to grow, right? This is either commit to a deeper level of commitment, or the secondary right thing to do is to be honest about that and part ways. I mean, you know, that of course can be a very painful or difficult, challenging path, but it also has its own measure of honor to say, I know this is what the other side of this needs, but I just can't. I'm making the decision that I just can't do that. So the secondary honorable thing to do in that situation is to say that I can't. So the best thing is that we just kind of, walk our separate paths now. So, but Spirit is not advising you do that, clearly. But free will, free agency, right? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Aries, those are your messages for the last half of December, the last 2 weeks of this year. I hope you found them useful and relevant, gave you some food for thought. Again, if something hits you, you'd like to take a deeper look at it, or you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that info by clicking on the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the very first general readings of a brand new year. Once again, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.